Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself and my partner. I am Salsabila Yasmin and my partner is Nandila, Feby, Izami. The purpose of this presentation is the difference between tangible and intangible assets. Have you ever heard about that? What are tangible assets? Assets with a physical existence that can be touched and felt are tangible assets. They are used primarily in operation of business to produce product and service. Since tangible assets are often purchased, they are much more easily valued than intangible assets. Tangible assets can be accounted for as either long-term or current assets depending on their estimated life. These types of assets including buildings, automobile, physical inventory, furniture, and machines. They depreciate in value over time. An intangible asset is an asset that is not physical in nature. Goodwill, brand recognition, and intellectual property, such as patents, trademarks, and copyrights, are all intangible assets. Intangible assets exist in opposition to tangible assets, which include land, vehicles, equipment, and inventory. And the next slide is about differences between tangible and intangible assets. Tangible assets are physical assets that can be touched, felt, and seen because they have a physical existence, but intangible assets don't have a physical existence and therefore cannot be felt, touched, or seen. Tangible assets are depreciated, while intangible assets are amortized. Depreciation is the practice of accounting for decrease in the value of a tangible asset over a period of time due to wear and tear. Amortization is the practice of spreading the value of an intangible asset over a period of the time.
Since the value of a tangible asset can be easily determined, it is extremely easy to liquidate such an asset. But with intangible assets, the liquidation process is much harder due to the non-availability of data to determine their value. Additionally, not all intangible assets may be of use to another company. For instance, think of goodwill or customer loyalty. This makes liquidation even tougher. The measurement of cost of a tangible asset is easier than the measurement of cost of an intangible asset. The basic idea in considering the cost of a tangible asset is to accumulate all the costs incurred to construct or buy and bringing the asset to its working condition. The components considered while measuring the cost of a tangible asset are purchase cost, delivery, handling, installation, and estimated cost of dismantling the asset at the end of its useful life, if any. However, cost of intangible assets is difficult to identify practically because an intangible asset doesn't have physical components attached to it, rather it usually is a result of research and development. If it is a purchased intangible asset with definite lifespan, the purchase price is allocated as the cost of the intangible asset. Tangible assets are recognized when owned and controlled by a business entity. Tangible assets can be constructed by the entity itself or acquired by buying, transferring, or leasing when most of the economic life of the asset is owned by the business. Intangible assets are recognized when it is probable that economic inflow of benefits will result to the business and cost of the intangible asset can be measured reliably. Intangible assets are either internally generated or they are acquired in result of a contractual or legal agreement with another party. Internally generated intangible assets having infinite life, such as goodwill, will appear on company's balance sheet. Almost every business owns some tangible assets because they are highly vital to start and run business operation. Intangible assets are either acquired in a business contract or are internally generated by a business. Intangible assets add value to a business and improve its future prospects in terms of revenues and growth. So, both types of assets have an impact of the functioning and activities of a business. The importance of a tangible or an intangible asset also depends upon the type of business carried on by the entity. Wherefore, a textile brand intangible asset like brand name will be more necessary. For a business selling buildings, tangible assets like buildings as inventory will have more worth. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.